Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, we're going to talk about the man, Manny Pacquiao. I'm catching up on YouTube videos in case you guys don't know that, so you're going to be seeing videos from stuff that I didn't get to cover in the weeks before, so just bear with me, but we're going to have fun doing it. Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao, he fought Lucas Matthysse last month on July the 14th, I believe it was, and he looked sensational, man. And this is a fight that beforehand people were, I remember it clear as day. People were saying beforehand, they're scared for Manny. He's going to get hurt. Matthysse is this, Matthysse is that. He's a hard puncher. Some people who were a bit extreme with it, who hate Manny, they would say, oh, Matthysse has been reborn under Joel Diaz as his new trainer, which I thought was ridiculous. But regardless, Manny Pacquiao didn't just go in there and just beat Lucas Matthysse. No. He dominated him. He outclassed him. He embarrassed him. And he made that man retire. He retired him. Okay, he retired him. And all I heard after that fight, I didn't hear, people who know boxing, people who respect boxing and respect how and understand that Manny Pacquiao is still at his advanced age in elite welterweight. People who understand boxing, they looked at the performance and said, man, Manny Pacquiao still a dangerous fight for anybody in the division. But the people who don't know shit about boxing, aka Stephen A. Smith, they say, oh, before the fight they were saying one thing, they didn't want to take away his win. So, and it wasn't just, Stephen A. Smith, God bless his soul. It wasn't just Stephen A. Smith. There was a lot of boxing fans that wanted to take away from the Manny Pacquiao fight. They wanted to say Matthysse was shot, Matthysse was this, Matthysse was that, but they wanted to say that before the fight. And I'll be honest with you, unlike many of you out there, I actually watched Mathisse's last fight before he fought Pacquiao in January. And, he did not look that good in that fight. Anybody who saw that fight, he didn't know that he didn't look that good in the fight. But that fight ended in him getting a stoppage victory. So he still had that power, and his power hasn't won it. But see, the thing you guys fail to understand with Pacquiao is that, especially when a guy like Pacquiao fights a guy like Matthysse, okay, a guy like Matthysse needs time to throw his shots. He needs space to throw his shots. He needs time to load up and extend and really get that leverage on his shots. And when you're fighting a guy like Pacquiao who can throw punches from all these different kinds of angles, and you don't really have the boxing skills or footwork to kind of offset what Manny does from all these different angles, then what you're kind of constantly have to do as Matthysse is either you're not going to throw punches at all, and then if you are, you're going to be constantly resetting and trying to figure out where to position yourself in the ring so that you can find space and time to land those big shots. And Manny Pacquiao didn't give him space or time to land those big shots. And I knew this going in. I knew this going into the fight with Manny Pacquiao and Lucas Matthysse, which is why I said Manny Pacquiao, and you can go back and look at my videos. I mean, I did a video with my boy Alex. We did a whole thing. I was saying Manny Pacquiao is going to go in there and he's going to defeat Matthysse and probably dominate him. I said that. Now, I didn't think he was going to dominate him as much as he did. I thought he was going to dominate him, but not like that. I mean, not like that. And it was the punches he was throwing. He was throwing like these weird like uppercuts I'm not used to seeing him throw. And from what I saw in there, that version of Pacquiao on that night is still a top 5 welterweight. No doubt about it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That Manny Pacquiao is top 5 welterweight. And the thing I want people to understand now, because I made a video earlier in the year saying that how Manny Pacquiao was ducked, he's avoided, he's disrespected. And then my man Julius from Ring IQ, shout out to him. I don't know if he's watching my videos, but shout out to Julius. Good boxing group. Go on Ring IQ on Facebook and go join this group. My man Julius was made a whole long video talking about how, this and that. He's a top rank, promotional stuff. They can't make that excuse now. They can't make that excuse now because Manny Pacquiao is a free agent. He's a free agent. Put his own damn shows on. He's big enough to do his own damn shows. Okay, he's a free agent now. So, if I'm someone like a Keith Thurman, Earl Spence, I know Jesse Vargas is fighting in October, but if I'm Jesse Vargas, if I fought already, Ugas, Kavaluskis, if I'm Mikey Garcia, okay, we'll use Mikey Garcia for an example because he's been a popular topic on this channel. If I'm someone like Mikey Garcia, who is also a free agent. That is what I'm doing. He's a free agent. Manny Pacquiao's a free agent. Make that fight happen. Why not call his name out? Amir Khan, he loves to shoot Manny's name off. He loves to shoot Manny's name off all the time in his prime. And I'm sure that could be an option now because Manny's supposed to fight December 2nd. Be a very good option, Manny Pacquiao versus Amir Khan. Be a sellable fight. He's not going to call him out. A lot of these guys aren't going to call Manny Pacquiao out because I'm telling you, they know what I know. Okay, they know what I know. That Manny Pacquiao is not a shot fighter. He is shot in the sense that, yes, he's not 2009 Manny Pacquiao. He's not that guy anymore. Okay, but very few fighters are ever going to reach that level of greatness. So it's hard to be that guy every single fight when you're 39, almost 40 years old. But I mean, in some ways, the fact that he's not 2009 Manny Pacquiao kind of makes him a more dangerous fighter. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the old Manny Pacquiao, the prime Manny Pacquiao, he threw 1,000 punches around. So that's 1,000 chances for his opponent to counter him, to hurt him, to hit him, to change the complexion of the fight. Now Manny's not doing that. Manny's now throwing maybe 350, 500, 600 punches a fight, and he's a lot more calculated in his approach. So he's not as hittable as he used to be. And he's still, even with his declined speed, faster than most welterweights out there. And he still has respectable power to keep his opponents at bay, and he's a lot more defensively sound than people want to give him credit for. So that's why you're not going to hear any of these guys call his name out, So that's what it is. Just understand that if people want to fight Manny Pacquiao now more than ever, they can, because he is a free agent. He's a free agent, okay? So Mikey Garcia, Lomachenko, Keith Thurman, all those guys, all those guys who are free and don't have fights, they should be calling his name out. Jeff Horn's called him out, but we don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, to get back on topic, I, as a boxing fan, I love boxing, and I love Manny Pacquiao, and I respect what he's doing, and I think he's one of the best fighters who ever lived, and I think if you refute that statement, the statement that Manny Pacquiao is one of the best fighters ever lived, then you don't really know anything about boxing. You should go follow cricket or croquet or some other sport. Manny Pacquiao is still awesome, and I'm not going to have insecure boxing fans make me feel bad about recognizing what is to be true, which is that Manny Pacquiao can still fight, that at his advanced age, unfortunately, if I go right now on my other computer right now, I got it in front of me. I'm looking at the top 10 welterweights on Ring Magazine. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 fighters in the top 10 right now, not including Manny Pacquiao. So 6 of 9 other fighters. There's 6 of 9 other fighters that I can say definitively I know Manny Pacquiao will defeat. And I'll name them for you. So the guys in the ring top 10 that I know Manny Pacquiao would beat for sure. Jeff Horn, he already beat him, really, most people's eyes. Kavaluskas, Ugas, Jesse Vargas, who he already beat. Sean Porter, he would beat, because he used to beat up on him in sparring all the time. And I think he actually beats Keith Thurman. I actually think, believe it or not, Danny Garcia would be a harder fighter for Manny Pacquiao because of the counterpunching. But I would even favor Manny to beat Danny Garcia. So there's 6 to 7 fighters that I can definitely see Manny beating. But I'll say 6. I won't say Danny Garcia. I think only 3 guys I would question Manny beating. That would be either 50-50 fights or fights where I would slightly favor the opponent. Or Spence, Crawford, and Danny Garcia. Other than them 3 guys, I think he beats everybody else in the top 10 in most cases with relative ease, because he's still that damn good. With time, he's actually in some ways gotten better as a fighter. And the problem with a lot of boxing fans is you guys just look at the results. You guys don't think critically for yourself. You guys don't understand the sport, and you don't understand that. Look, while Manny doesn't have the knockout power he had when he was in 2009, he's still a dangerous fighter, and he's still, at his advanced age, one of the best fighters in all of boxing. F the welterweight division, all of boxing. He's still one of the top 20 best fighters in boxing. And honestly, even if I were to use recent history, if I just use his last 5 fights, okay? If I use his last 5 fights and who he's been beating his last 5 fights, you can make the case that Manny Pacquiao is the 10th best fighter in boxing. There's a case to be made there. That might sound crazy to a lot of you guys because he didn't get the decision in a lot of them fights, but when he fought, he just stopped Matthysse, gained the title. The fight before Jeff Horn, he beat Jesse Vargas when Jesse Vargas was coming off of winning against Saddam Ali. He beat Timothy Bradley more decisively than he ever has in the 3 fights prior. And Timothy Bradley was still a top guy at that point. And then before that, he fought Floyd Mayweather, who, he lost, but it wasn't like a lopsided victory, And Floyd, let's not get it twisted. Floyd looked about as bad in that fight as he's ever looked his entire career. So we have to take that into account. Even when he loses, guys aren't looking good against him. Manny Pacquiao, you don't look good against Manny Pacquiao even when you win in most cases. And then before that, he beat Algieri when Algieri was undefeated. And before that, he beat Bradley when Bradley was undefeated. So even on recent history, Manny Pacquiao is still outperforming a lot of his peers in the boxing world. And I think that has to be recognized, has to be respected. And I will not sit here as someone on YouTube who has a responsibility to tell the truth. I will not sit here and let dumbass YouTube channels and dumbass part-time boxing commentators like Stephen A. Smith, who barely knows shit about the NBA at times, sit here and say that Manny Pacquiao should, Manny Pacquiao beat a scrub fighter, Matthysse, because they weren't saying that before the fight, and Matthysse is still a capable fighter. I would even venture to say that if Matthysse were to fight, let's say, there's guys in the top 10 right now I think Matthysse could beat. I mean, the one that fought Pacquiao and the one who fought Hester in the fight before. I think Matthysse would stop Jeff Horn. I think Matthysse would stand a pretty good chance against Yordenis Ugas. Probably lose that fight, but I think he'd stand a good chance against him. Jesse Vargas would be prone to get stopped by Lucas Matthysse because he don't have the power to keep him at bay or the boxing skill, really. So, there's guys even in the top 10 that Matthysse would match up well against, and I think people are just discrediting they're trying to discredit Pacquiao by pretty much saying that Matthysse was a nobody fighter when he wasn't a nobody fighter. So the bottom line of this video and the thing I want to leave you guys with is Manny Pacquiao is awesome. Get over it. He's still an awesome fighter, and you have to live with that reality. So, man, if you're a boxing fan and you think Manny Pacquiao is a bum and he's a scrub and he's washed up, put pressure on Terrence Crawford, put pressure on Mikey Garcia, and put pressure on Lomachenko, but really Mikey Garcia more than anybody else because he's a free agent. Put pressure on Mikey Garcia to call out Manny Pacquiao because Mikey says he wants these big fights. There is the biggest fight you can get right there, the biggest name in boxing, one of the biggest names in boxing, and still one of the best fighters in the world, Manny Pacquiao. But Mikey won't call his name because Mikey knows better. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe. Like I say in every single video, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just kidding from dinging. So until next time, take care, guys.